What's up, y'all? This is Luke with Team Open House. Just want to share 3 things that I always recommend sellers do before going live for a listing. Here they are. So the first thing I always recommend sellers do is have a seller's property disclosure. Now what this does is it allows the buyer to have full transparency on what they're getting into. Also, what the seller needs to do is have a list of what the previous owner had done to the house, or if there have been any issues during the previous owner's time owning that home. This is going to give also another level of transparency, not only to the seller, but to the buyer. So when there are inspections done on the property, there are no issues, no hiccups, and we know exactly what we're getting into. Now, the second thing I recommend is having an appraisal done before we even go live on the listing. Now, one of the reasons why I recommend that is because it solidifies the price on what the buyer is going to be purchasing the house for. It also solidifies why we've listed at the current price that we have on the market. All right, y'all, the last thing I'm going to recommend the seller do is have a pre-inspection done on the home. Now, what this does is it allows the buyer to know exactly what they're getting into, just like the seller's property disclosure. It also lets us know that right now what we need to fix either needs to be urgent or not as urgent, and that the buyer can fix later on. But any major issues that need to be addressed or taken care of immediately, that's what the pre-inspection is for. And it also lets the seller know exactly what we're selling the property as is to the buyer. All right, y'all, I hope you found this useful. Those are my 3 recommendations on what sellers can do to get prepared to sell their listing as efficiently and effectively as possible. If you liked the video, if you found it helpful, share it with your friends, share it with your family. Leave a comment below and shoot me a DM. Be more than happy to help any way I can, and I will see you in the next one.